So this next polearm jump is very similar to the very first one on the beach. Jump over this car and jump into this corner. Go slightly right from this corner. Do a polearm jump and then mash jumps against that wall, and then do another polearm jump to jump over this orange barrier. It's very likely that if you fail it twice, the auto aim of this attack will try to pull you down towards the enemies and make it basically impossible. So after 2 tries you should probably just checkpoint restart and try it again. Anyway, just jump your way along here, and the fastest path is across this way, but the enemies can blow up this bridge with their grenades, so if you see a grenade coming, either like react to it, or if you want to be safe you can take that path instead. Either way, just jump over here, slide into the codec, skip past it, and since we're still on alert from the last fight, it's still going on and we need to press a button, we have to checkpoint restart. This next fight here is mostly timed, but if you do it properly, it'll be a lot easier to do it fast. So wait for this Gecko to step back twice, jump up, hit it, jump up, hit this guy, do a breakdance attack, jump to cancel it, do another breakdance attack, and that should be basically all the Gecko's dead. So breakdancing would be heavy, light, heavy. And here, if you go too slow here, like when you're trying to cut the guy at the very end, he's gonna hit you with a rocket instead. So if you notice that you're going too slow, you just want to jump a bit to the side to dodge his rocket and then cut him. But usually that's not a problem as long as your movement is good. So just jump along here, try to cut everyone neatly, and then hit this button before the score screen appears. Mash your way through this codec. And here you want to deactivate Ripper mode and equip none for custom weapons. And the elevator opening actually depends on your height, not the elevators. So we're gonna use this combo, Y or heavy, weight, heavy, to gain some height. And basically the way I time it is with the position of the enemy on the minimap there. So when he's I don't know, I'd say about 85 to 90% on like the upper part of the map, that's when I press Y. Here you just want to jump over to this other roof with falling lightning, so just ninja run, jump, falling lightning, and key thing is to just do it as late as you can. Like, there's absolutely no point in trying to do it early. You don't really gain any time, and you can actually just flat out not make the jump if you do it too early, so just don't. Anyway, I'm gonna jump off here and do another falling lightning onto here. It's actually possible that if you rub up against that building that you'll do a slide instead, and you do not want to do a slide. So just try to stay away from the corner of the building. Anyway, run up here and you want to equip polearm. Ninja run over that, and here you want to do a polearm jump onto that roof, like just run, jump, and then do polearm. So one thing that you can do is that Raiden can actually jump a bit after what you'd expect, like sort of after he runs off a ledge. So it gives you a bit more distance to work with. And another thing is to remember that you can just spam out blade moves like this. Yeah, like if you're too far away, to gain a bit of extra distance, and also to hold ninja run after you've finished the polearm jump, because sometimes, for some reason, Raiden will just magically ninja run up the edge when it looks like you failed. So just try holding it after the polearm jump and it might just work if you're lucky. Anyway, that should look like this. So here, I'm a bit too far away and I mean I'll obviously make it if I hold forward, but if I want more distance, like to be extra safe, I can spam out blade modes like that. So there is another method which is a lot easier in case you find the other one too difficult. Basically, you just want to ninja run onto this thing and then jump here and do a polearm jump onto an invisible wall that's like right above the fence, and then you can just jump over here, which is a lot easier if you're having trouble with the other one. Either way, you just want to ninja run onto a crate and polearm jump onto this roof. So here you want to skip this elevator and land on top of the railway. The fastest way is to just run off and air control your way around. To make it easier, you can like first fall a bit and blade mode at some point, because after the blade mode you will fall more slowly. Or you can do a jump at the very start, like that's the easiest method possible, because then you have like barely any falling speed at all. So I'm just gonna show off the hard way, but basically with the other methods you would just fall slower. It's important here to jump onto the pipes, because if you jump anywhere else, Raiden will simply sink through the ceiling and go straight through. Then you'll get this call. Depending on where you jump, you might also get kinda stuck like this. Like, you can either jump, or if jumping doesn't work, do a polearm jump, like just without Ripper, and you will get onto here safely. So the side of this railroad is actually solid, so you can just jump along the side here, and you can press the AR button in the air to toggle it in case you're having trouble navigating. So once you get over here, you just want to do a regular polearm air combo and get up here. Once you get here, you want to equip Psy and slide into the codec trigger with Wolf. And mash your way through this, and then checkpoint restart, because there's no way to get inbounds properly. That isn't also really hard. So Ripper up, and you can either slightly circle the grad, or you can just stop jumping while he's shooting at you, or he'll knock you over. So running attacks are the fastest, but you can also do a light attack for the armored cyborg, like if you want. It doesn't waste that much time. And you want to make absolutely sure that the cyborgs are dead before you start going for the grad, because the cyborgs take a long time to despawn, but the grad not so much. So once they're dead, you cut these supports, you double Psy, and he's dead. So here you need to stealth. You can basically do what I did there, which is to just try to hug the wall as much as possible. If you absolutely must have an alternative, then like if you need a safe backup strat, then like just Ripper Blade mode is a very effective stealth tool, just remember that. So you want to hang slightly left here so that you will jump to the next guy. And basically what I do here is I just let go of Ninja Run, because normal jumps are higher, and then at the peak of my jump I will side this guy. And then I will jump to this guy, then I will hang right here and side the wolf, side this guy, and then blade mode to cancel the backswing. And then side this guy and Ripper in the air, and he'll die. So here you want to equip polearm, do an air combo onto this sign, and do a full polearm jump onto this corner here. And the way I do the skip is basically to just jump into this invisible wall in front of me, and after I've gained a bit of height, I just hold right to just go that way. And then once I'm at the peak of my height, I do a falling lightning, so like that, and you will skip the trigger for Sam slowing you down to talk with you. And on your way here, you just want to equip pincer blades and slide into this trigger. So Sam isn't here, but the thing will progress anyway. So after this cutscene, you just want to do an uncharged pincer, like don't rip or anything, and don't try to aim it, just press pincer. So after that ripper, and you want to hang right here to influence the movement of the final guy in the fight. But after this guy's spawn animation, you just jump up and kill him, run over here and kill this guy, and hopefully this guy will be running at you instead of into the fountain. If he is running into the fountain, it's because you ran improperly, like before you killed the guy on the stand. So just take as straight of a line as you can here to the front of the bus. There's not much opportunity to go faster here, except for a tiny thing at the end, so just follow the path, I guess. So, coming up next is something that's pretty rare in this game, which is to try to damage boost yourself, because the enemy's rockets will blow you away. And like, if you try to walk perfectly, like in a straight line from here, then they won't see you, so they can't shoot you. But you want to hang a bit to the left here to aggro this guy, and he'll come investigate, and then you want to immediately start going towards this, and hopefully the guy with the rocket launcher will come up behind you and shoot you, and that will boost you into this thing, which is slightly faster. One of the things here is that you can get a slowdown, and you don't want to get a slowdown because that actually loses you time. So if you get hit below 50% health, you will get a slowdown, so just manually use healing items if you're close. You can also hit the melee guys away, but you can't hit them more than, I think, 6 times before they die, and if they die, you get a slowdown, so it doesn't even save any time. Just manually use it, whatever.
I know. Not so black and white now, is it? Is your cause just? Or is that just what you tell yourself? Fuck you! Yes.
So on console, you can just press start and skip this cutscene, but on PC you can't. So if you want a drink or something, it's the perfect time. So coming up next is Monsoon, one of the most technical fights in the game, and it's also the fight where doing the quick kill wrong will lose you the most time. There are 2 openers, one being generally faster while the other is easier. They share in common a thing in the very first phase where if you knock him towards yourself with the hit that stuns him, he will jump up to do the throwing phase faster, which saves about, I don't know, I think it's 4 seconds or so. Anyway, I'm just gonna skip past the rest of this. For the fastest one, you want to pincer cancel into a pincer 2, miss with the first swing, and then knock him towards yourself with the second, and that will cause him to jump up faster. They want to dodge and do an uncharged pincer 3, jump and do an air pincer. As for the easier method, you just want to charge a pincer 1, block whatever attack he does, do an uncharged pincer 1, try to knock him towards yourself, and then hit him with a charged pincer 2, and he should jump up. So during this trash throwing phase you can ninja run around and try to cut things for paste or grenades, but just don't blade mode for all that is holy. So during the phase after this you need to have him set up first at either 63.4 or 63.5% health. So since I did the easier method, I already have him at that health. If you're on console and do the easier method, you need to do a blade mode cut first. But if you do the faster method, you need to do a dodge to bring him down that far. You have to cut his head, you jump after him, and this is where I would either blade mode cut or dodge if I had to. But I don't, so I just wait a bit, and then pincer 1, pincer 2, pincer 3. And you need to make sure that the pincer 3 hits after he's like already up and standing properly, because if you don't, then he won't take enough damage, so he won't get knocked away. So you jump to cancel the backswing, do a double slide, and immediately throw an EM grenade at him. Then try to knock his head over, do a double slide, charge pincer 1, charge pincer 2, dodge after him, and do an uncharged pincer 3, and you should skip most of the bullshit phases of this fight if you did everything properly. You just run up a bit and then block the wheel. Activate blade mode, cancel blade mode. I usually cut here, but it doesn't seem to matter. So just do whatever. For this ninja run thing here, you actually need to press ninja run after the prompt has showed up. You can't just be holding it already. So you just need to sort of time it to the best of your abilities, I guess. And you actually do need to cut this vehicle at least once, which kinda sucks, but whatever. Then mash YB, activate blade mode, cancel it, and Monsoon's done. Skip past the score screen and just mash through the codec. And there would be a chapter finish screen here, but I did this from chapter select, so just pretend there is one.